Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we cut through the noise and get straight to the insights you need. Today, we're tackling a really common belief, right? That to be a successful entrepreneur, you need a ton of cash, all the right connections, basically a huge head start.
The standard story, yeah, the myth almost.
Exactly. But what if, some of the biggest business journeys actually started with, well, nothing. And at being broke could actually be like a secret weapon.
It's a fascinating idea. We see the shiny end result, but not usually the messy, resourceful start that really builds resilience.
Totally. So our mission for you today is to unpack that. We're doing a deep dive into what really makes entrepreneurs successful, the surprising power of having very little, and how crucial mindset and readiness are.
And we've got some great stuff to draw on.
We do. An amazing interview with Daymond John from Marie Forleo, and also a really interesting 2024 PhD study from the University of Oklahoma that digs into the entrepreneurial mindset.
So combining street smarts and academic insight.
Precisely. Think of this as your shortcut to understanding what it takes to thrive, whether you're just thinking about starting or maybe looking to pivot. Okay, let's get into it. So let's kick things off with Daymond John's early days, way before Shark Tank. He loved fashion, right? Inspired by hip-hop.
Yeah, he called hip-hop a disruptive technology for kids back in the 90s, a new way to communicate.
Right. But his own mindset at first, pretty limited. He genuinely thought fashion was only for, as he put it, some funny talking person with a beret on that lives in Paris.
Yeah. It's a classic limiting belief, isn't it? Seeing yourself just as the consumer, not the potential creator because of these stereotypes.
So common. How did people even break through that?
Well, for Daymond, the aha moment came when he saw brands like Cross Colors and Karl Kani. He realized, hang on, these aren't giant corporations like Adidas.
Right.
He said, this is just regular people making this. People who look like me, they go to the same clubs, they act like me.
And that just shattered the whole Wizard of Oz in Paris idea for him.
Exactly. And this ties into what that PhD study talks about later, things like alertness and prior knowledge.
How so?
Well, it wasn't just seeing the brands. It was instantly getting their significance, connecting it to his own hip-hop background, his knowledge path. He saw an opportunity there.
But it wasn't smooth sailing even then. He talks about facing stigma from his own friends. They were drug dealers, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, pushing him aside for selling hats, like, oh, you're one of those. But he didn't back down. He found a new group, people who shared his passion.
That's building social capital right there. Another key idea from the research. If your immediate circle doesn't get it, you have to find people who do. That new group becomes an investment.
And the resourcefulness, just amazing. He starts with only 10 shirts.
10 shirts!
And learns to use what his mentor, Jay Abraham, calls OPM, other people's.
Well, everything.
Other people's manufacturing, manpower, marketing, mentors, mistakes, the whole lot. He didn't see no manufacturing knowledge as a problem. He saw it as, okay, let's tap into someone else's expertise. His real asset wasn't money. It was those artists making videos nearby.
That's the core insight, isn't it? Being broke forces creativity. It's not about what you have. It's how you use what you can access, turning limitations into advantages.
And this next bit is pure genius. He strategically gave away what he called stanky-ass shirts
I love that.
to artists for free placement in music videos. This is before corporations really understood the power of music videos.
So free marketing on a massive scale, basically.
Totally. Suddenly, FUBU's known as this huge clothing company, while Daymond's still waiting tables at Red Lobster with those original 10 shirts in his basement.
That's just brilliant. Using an undervalued asset, the music video scene, because he had to be resourceful, that broke mindset plus passion, that's a powerful combo, seeing the game differently.
Okay, so now you've got LL Cool J wearing your gear, the brand's getting hot, time to quit the day job, right?
Yeah.
Go all in, like in the movies.
The classic balls to the wall moment.
Yeah, but Daymond John says that's bullshit. He worked 60 hours a week at Red Lobster for 5 years.
5 years while doing FUBU on the side.
Yeah, another 15, 20 hours a week on FUBU.
That really pushes back against the romantic all-in story. It shows the day job isn't just income, it can be a strategic safety net.
Absolutely. Red Lobster wasn't just a paycheck. It was, income, sure, but also medical benefits, a network, even free food.
All the shrimp you can eat.
Probably.
Yeah.
And he learned from their corporate structure.
Yeah.
That job let him avoid maybe $200,000 in personal debt. He could transition slowly, 80% Red Lobster, 20% FUBU, then gradually flip it.
That's metacognition again from the study. Thinking about his thinking, evaluating, adapting, making calculated moves based on his actual financial situation, using existing resources to lower the risk.
But even then, big hurdles. He got rejected by 27 banks.
27? Why?
Lack of financial intelligence, no collateral. So his mom steps in, took out a $100,000 loan against their house. A house only worth $75,000 to help him fill $300,000 in orders. He jokes he still hasn't asked her what she did for the rest of the money.
That's intense. Huge personal sacrifice, but also highlights that lack of financial literacy. It paid off, but man, the risk involved because he didn't understand the financial side yet.
And what'd they do with the cash? Turn the house into a factory? Mom moved out, friends moved in, paying like $50 a week rent.
Seriously?
Yeah. Brought in industrial sewing machines, hired seamstresses. He wanted control over making the product. Didn't trust sending money overseas or even to strangers here.
That's just raw grassroots execution, using every single resource. It speaks to those 10 Ds the study mentions, being a doer, minding the details, making it happen.
Looking back now, Daymond says, how stupid was I? He really regrets not understanding finance earlier. Thinks it should be taught from like 3rd grade.
Not just college, yeah, to avoid huge student debt, bad decisions.
Like mortgaging your mom's house without solid orders or financial understanding.
It's such a critical point. Passion is vital, but you need that practical financial sense to build something sustainable. It's the unsexy but essential truth.
So Daymond's story isn't just about the startup hustle. He really hammers home the need to constantly learn, constantly reinvent yourself.
Staying relevant.
Yeah. He gives this example of, say, a 55-year-old interior designer who hasn't bothered with Instagram or new tech and just expects, what, somebody, government, something, is going to save you.
Right. His analogy is great. You wouldn't want a doctor from 1900 showing up with a hacksaw and opium today.
Exactly. Things change so fast.
Yeah.
What worked 10 years ago might be useless now. Success isn't a finish line. It's ongoing adaptation.
That perpetual learning mindset.
And his own Shark Tank journey shows this. He actually turned it down at first.
Oh, really? Why?
Because he'd have to use his own money. He thought, I'm famous, they should pay me to be on TV.
Oh, okay.
But then the 2008 crash hit, right? 8 of his 10 clothing companies were dying. He realized he had to diversify beyond clothes, so he joined the show.
So even someone established like him had to pivot because the market shifted dramatically. It wasn't ego, it was survival. And seeing that, yeah, that she's had moved, needed new skills, new ventures.
And it wasn't easy. He lost $750,000 in his first year on the show.
Ouch.
And another $500,000 in year 2. He learned that just throwing money at a problem wasn't enough. He needed proper staff, support systems for these new businesses he was investing in.
It shows that expertise in one field doesn't just magically transfer. New areas mean new challenges. Even with capital, you need the right structure and team. It's a constant learning curve, even for the sharks.
Definitely. After nearly a decade, he says he's become much more educated and kind. But he's still wary of shortcuts. He admits he gets nasty sometimes.
With who?
2 types.
Well,
One, the greedy bastard, someone already well-funded who takes a spot from a struggling entrepreneur who really needs it.
okay, I can see that.
And 2, the vanity entrepreneur, the person who just wants to be a star, even if their business is failing and they're burning through their family's money.
So it boils down to integrity and genuine intent for him. He values the real struggle over quick fame or gaming the system. That's a strong message. It's about creating value, not just ego.
And he genuinely believes the show itself is educational, even if you don't get a deal. He says the sharks are just judging what's a good investment for them, personally. It's not about the person. Sometimes walking away is the best thing.
Right. That critical feedback, even if it feels like rejection, is a massive learning opportunity. The value isn't just the deal, it's the insights you gain for next time, part of that continuous learning loop.
Okay, so Daymond John's story is this incredible, practical masterclass. But what does, the academic world say? Let's layer in some of that rigorous research now.
Yeah, let's connect the dots.
This 2024 PhD dissertation we mentioned argues that entrepreneurship is way more than just starting a business. It says the critical missing piece is often the individual, their mindset, readiness, skills, tools.
Which is great because it tries to define these qualities that can seem a bit fuzzy sometimes. Moving beyond just the what's of starting a business to the who and how. Building a solid framework.
So how do they define entrepreneurial mindset? They call it the skill that enables one to identify and make the most of opportunities, overcome and learn from setbacks, and succeed in various settings.
Okay.
It involves ways of thinking,